All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are Off the Edge podcast. This is season 2, episode 3.
Well, are we counting the
side quest or side quest? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then yeah, this is episode 3.
This is episode 3.
I'm Zach. This is Uncle Traveling Matt. We're coming to you from outer space.
Yeah. We got D in the Cine land. He's covering them all. We're breaking with normal protocol. This was the week of the Frostmageddon.
That's good. I'm calling it Frostmageddon from now on.
You know,
that's good.
Snowmageddon is so last year.
Yeah,
and that wasn't even real snow. But we're actually on the upswing. Temperatures are climbing, so hopefully we'll be back to normal next week.
Yeah, it has made travel difficult, so we're trying out the Zoom thing. Hopefully it doesn't suck. We'll try not to make it suck, but it's totally not going to suck because joining us today, we have our very good friend, the inimitable, the abominable, the indomitable Wayne Allison, founder of TraumaFest, co-founder of TraumaSphere Records, and a badass singer, among many other things. So, welcome, and thank you for joining us virtually.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Well, we tried to get you last year, but you know how that...
We're just glad to have you now.
Yeah.
Last year was a transitional period.
Yeah. We're just going to go with...
Yeah, transitional period. A period of growth.
Yeah, so what you get out of this podcast is Wayne is trans. Position. No. I'm kidding.
Really, last year he had tits.
Honest, I would make an ugly woman.
No,
way too much.
No. We figure it was going the other way. Now you're starting to realize. I see why I moved away.
Yeah, these guys making inappropriate jokes already. Okay.
So
5 minutes.
So give us the lowdown on TraumaFest 2021, man.
Man, well, we're really looking for a phenomenal. Not only are the people looking to get back out, and they're craving live music with COVID from last year. So many are when regional, local, national didn't matter, and with TraumaFest this year, we're barreling through. We're going to be coming through at a very good time, peak season, and we got some aces up our sleeve for this year to really make this year stand out. And I don't think so for TraumaFest this year. I really don't. It's going to be pretty stellar. I'm stoked to fully announce the lineup when that time comes.
Right. You have you've put out 2 bands so far, right?
Such a tease.
Yeah, I know. It's So we do. We got a tease with this for. It's all teasing.
Rock teaser.
Yeah, we've announced out 2 bands so. we got the 2 bands that are already announced out. Malice being one of them, Malus Dextra, and Within a Giant Reach recently announced that they're going to be performing. And in the coming weeks, we've got more. We got another announcement coming next week. So it's going to be a big year, and we've been building up for this, for the years. And the plus side is as always, it's a free event, and we do it because everybody needs to experience live music.
Absolutely.
I think people are hungry for that for sure after being locked down and all this and that. And it's really important to note for people maybe listening that aren't familiar with TraumaFest, maybe aren't in our area, that, man, this will be the 4th annual TraumaFest. And each year, I'd say it's really grown in scope and become something really important in, I'd say, probably the 4-state area of, we're in Southeast Kansas here, but really in our neighboring states, you've had bands that kick much ass, put on stellar performances, and this festival is really becoming known for that. And I don't know, it's just our expectations are becoming higher and higher, and every time it's delivering, and it's really cool to have this kind of growing our scene and reputation of our area for live music and underground acts. So, I mean, kudos to you for that, man. And we're just really excited about it.
Well, and it's, you're exactly right. Every year it has gotten bigger and it has gotten better. That's what we strive. It's one of those things, we're trying to grow something, to really make the public understand what the importance of live music is, and give that outlet, that experience for those that can't always get out and make those long travels or whatever, and have a nice central. I mean, we're talking central U.S., and we've brought bands in from, last year we had bands in from St. Louis. We were outstretching within a giant's reach. They're coming this year from deep Texas, so the reach is getting out there, and the bands are hearing the same thing. They're like, this is a play, the energy's there, and the fans are just as involved as the bands are, and it's a great thing. And as much as it'd be cool to say do this without the people that really have helped and supported me with this, and Matt being one of them, a key player in really helping making sure that the festival is lined up and notch. Even when his band underperforms, but it is what it is.
Well, it's good. It's good to have things that you can always count on. Like I said, underperforming.
Yeah. Crickets.
I think it's important to note too that this festival is held in Iola, Kansas. That's what, an hour from Kansas City. About 3 hours from Tulsa, about 2 hours from Wichita, about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Joplin, hour from Pittsburgh. It's kind of a catch-all area. It's just a little town, but the people tend to show up.
People tend to show up, and they get super excited about it. They're very very into it, man. It's really cool to play there. It really is.
Yeah, the Tavern, this started before it was an all-day festival. This started as 2 shows a year out in front of up there in Iola, when I was still in Iola, right out front of the building there, just right outside. And I saw the attention that it was getting, and we teamed up with the Tavern, and they stepped in to kind of give us a building to start hosting this at. And, this, I hate to say, but this could be the last year that we could truly fit in the Tavern. And it's not a bad thing, because we're growing,
right.
and we'll still have the Tavern involved, in one way or another. But, this year I expect, with the lineup, the way it's already stacking, and the need for live music out there, in the 4-state area, just in general, period. We're going to see a packed out show, and we may have people standing on top of people to fit into this thing.
Yeah.
So what are you alluding to? Is there another venue in mind, or somebody of interest?
So we're rolling with the Tavern, but I'm just projecting with what's just lined up. It's gonna be big.
The folks that'll show up and whatnot. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And we've already talked with the Tavern. They're working to block off the whole block in front of the can have, space to have extra things, for the merch and everything. So we can really just keep inside as empty as possible. It's going to be a scene that, people haven't seen in that town for quite some time.
Yeah, I really liked how the merch setup was all out the back and everything. And, it was really gave everybody a chance to kind of get to know one another too. So that was really cool.
And that's important. That's one of the big things. I mean, it's even in the, in the bands, when they come in and they perform, they have to be interactive. It's part of the deal. It's a social experience that you can't always get when you're going to a bigger show, just because there's so much going on. We want every band to understand that that they have an opportunity to shake the hand of every fan that wants to shake their hand. And the bands have really come through and done it. I mean, we've seen some outstanding bands. Here we had Dr. Dick Ramirez, and man, those guys just tore that place up like no tomorrow, and they had a lot of fan growth because of it. It was really good. They interacted at the venue and off the stage with all the fans, and it's nice.
Yeah.
I say firsthand, they blew me away. They were like, I didn't know anything about them coming in. And, I was like, all right, well, let's check these guys out. What are they about? And I was like, holy shit. They put on a show, and they're badass. I mean, and they're not the only band that's done that to me either. I think you said it earlier that bands are starting to realize the reputation that TraumaFest is getting, and they're clamoring to be a part of it. And so the caliber of acts that are joining the lineup year after year is just, it's like exponentially growing and getting better. And it's I don't think I've ever seen anything like this, like experienced firsthand kind of the grassroots growth of this magnitude. It's been pretty badass.
Yeah, I agree. It's each year, I go into it looking at the acts, that have been picked out and expecting it's just delivered more and more, than I expected. And it's amazing. It really is, and that's the point, because the influence that music has, it's like nothing else in the world. I mean, it is so entwined with everyday life, and getting to see that and experience it. And more importantly, getting to see the look on people's faces, the fans that find that new band and in love with, that guitar player or that vocalist or the drummer, whatever gets them into that, just seeing the expressions on their face and having some of them come up a phenomenal show every time. It gets me. It reminds me why I continue to want to do this, and why we continue to keep this as a free to the public event and to grow.
Well, and I think it's important to kind of point out that there is absolutely nothing wrong with slow growth. I mean, you can go in and you can throw everything that you got at it and watch it blow up in your face. We've seen it firsthand. You start small and then,
there were pyrotechnics there.
Yeah. They like Zach was saying, that constant pushing, driving, building. Now, you're seeing the returns in bigger, badder, better acts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we've already lined up. Like I said, we've already lined up a few bands. We've announced a couple already, and we're really, we got some things working, and fingers crossed that there's no COVID crap. But we've got a really big, strong announcement if COVID can keep itself on the back burner and keep getting in a better position for everybody, so it doesn't cause a conflict. That's the only hold up here. But we should know something pretty soon. And it's really sucks because I'm really excited and want to announce it, but
right.
I gotta hold out.
Well, oh yeah, but take advantage of that and start start, putting out the undercard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trickle that out. Save the big announcement for the end.
Yeah. Make everybody really wait, right?
Yeah.
Them always.
Yeah.
We do have another announcement coming, this next week, and we'll have some more coming into next month. We've pretty much sent out, most of the invites to everybody that was, that was really piqued our interest there. So now we're just waiting for them to get back and make sure that, everybody's taken care of. We're trying to make sure that we're being fair to the artist and taking care of them with the understanding of what their expectation is for the event.
Right. And I will say that this year's submissions were really hard to go through. I think it, like I told you in the message, I think it was easier to say no to a couple than it was to pick out the top 10 or whatever. I mean, this lineup is going to be cool. This lineup's going to be real cool.
You're saying it was hard, and the fact that it was hard to choose because they were also good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was enough. We could have, if we wanted to try to pull a 2-dayer, there was enough solid, strong acts that submitted this year, so they made it tough. But we're keeping it to a 1 day. I can't handle more than 1 day right now.
Right.
So, plus Malus is is going to be out on tour during that time. So
Well, and we're going to try and finish ours at TraumaFest. So
Yeah.
we're coming in hot, and you're going out hot.
Yeah. Yes. Where are we going to see? Do you guys have some areas yet? Where are we going to see Edge at?
I think we're going south. Haven't picked them all out yet. We're kind of waiting to see how the vaccination rollout's going to go. I've run into a couple of venues that were basically said, we're not doing anything until we see what the vaccination rollout's going to be like.
Right.
So hopefully I'll start locking that in next month. But gonna try and get a last minute date before TraumaFest with Malus. I hear those guys slam.
Yeah.
I mean, from my understanding, that they're I don't know, they're a little fruity or something. They all wear masks and finger pop buttholes. I don't know.
I hear the singer's all right. He used to be a girl, but he's been transitioning. So
Hey.
Hey man, more props. Right?
We're starting rumors here.
Are you talking shit on female vocalists? Because
not at all. They're my favorite. They are my favorite. Speaking of female, speaking of female acts, I'm not going to reveal it. I'll let you do it when the time is right. But let's just say that there's something that is connected to music, but is not a band, that is pretty fucking wild, that I'm anxious to see.
Wow, I don't know what this is, and I'm totally titillated.
It's every year we try to do something a little different, right? A couple of years ago we had the great Zero to Panic and at the event, and we had Apocalypse Wow another year, which just amazing band. Last year we had the comedy really helped. Help out and get some diversity in there. And this year, like every other year, we got, what are we going to do to step it up?
There's a curve.
We'll find out soon.
There's a curveball. Definitely a curveball.
Well, I want to talk about.
It's going to be a blast. It's going to be fun.
Hell yeah. I want to know what's going on with Malus Dextra right now.
They're planning a tour.
Well, they're planning a tour, yeah. But, I mean, we've talked a lot about TraumaFest, but people probably don't know that you're involved in a pretty kick-ass metal band named Malus Dextra. And you guys have music out, I know. Where can people find your album? You guys are on Spotify and stuff, right?
Oh yeah. I
Okay.
mean, so Malus Dextra is up on Spotify, platforms like that. We've got last October released out the sophomore album Gate, and we had a few singles roll off of that one. Recently, we've been working acoustic material. Not we don't have a locked in date on release yet. We're targeting later this year, but it's going to be small, acoustic EP. Nothing too crazy, but a little different side, from what people are used to seeing. But it's if you've listened to album one, you go back and you listen to, we kind of give you a taste of that, from the first album.
Mm-hmm.
So this is definitely going to be kind of exciting. I'm actually supposed to be getting over to guys, because that's where everybody's at, except for me. I'm the asshole that took off 9 hours away to Oklahoma. But I'm supposed to hit over there and actually get in the studio so I can get my parts done. And we've got some other material working for album number 3, which we're just we all had a little bit of time. I've got a lot to talk about over the last year, so we got a lot of good material that's going to be able to come out for future albums. So I think it'll work out.
That's awesome.
We got the tour. We've got some dates planned, going into TraumaFest, and then coming out of TraumaFest is what we're currently working on to make it happen. So
excellent.
I'm excited to hit stage again, to be honest.
Been a minute.
It's hard if you're listening to this. There is kind of a delay back and forth, so it is a little difficult. But man, I'm really stoked for you guys. I love Malus Dextra. I encourage everyone to go out there and check them out. If you're into heavy music, it's going to be right up your alley. And apparently, you're putting out some acoustic stuff here coming pretty soon. I'm excited for that twist. That'll be. I want to see what you guys sound like mellowed down that way. I mean, that's going to be kick ass.
That's the softer side of Sears.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I like to be able to use all of my voice, and sometimes you just can't use it very much in the standard Malus. I mean, we mix it in there, to have the good melody. You don't always get everything. So, the acoustic stuff that's coming out really, it hits into some emotion, taps into, some of what I had to go through, over the last year. And I think you're really going to kind of be able to feel it and understand. And that's things for me, is to really be able to get emotional and get that to come through with the songs. And I think the arrangement so far on what we have is definitely gonna we can't wait to show it to everybody. I mean, honestly, I've actually been getting verbally punched in the ear hole for the last 2 months about getting in the damn studio so we can, the guitar player wants to beat me down like a redheaded stepchild. Is what it is.
Right. Well, yeah.
Life gets in the way a little bit sometimes.
It does. So we do actually have quite a few musicians that kind of listen to this, watch this occasionally. So tell us a little bit about K&M Custom Creations.
Oh, so yeah, Creations. That is, my girlfriend Elizabeth Henninger. That's her clothing, print off the ground here. She recently purchased out the printer, and is working on getting familiar with it so we can actually offer bands a competitive rate when it comes to being able to print, and we're looking at doing it digital. Of course, so no screen print. We'll be able to up with lots of color and just about anything that you're going to need, which is important. With when you talk about a band and how much money you spend on tour merchandise, so you can compensate over, is super important. So yeah, it's in the process. It's getting worked on. We're going to have some really fair, reasonable rates for bands to be able to. She's just working on getting the kinks worked out and really understanding the machine and how it works. Actually, I got like 5 messages while on this, asking questions on how the fuck she needed to know. So she's probably over there cussing me out, right? What the asshole? How are you supposed to be helping me? But it is what it is. But yeah, she loves doing it, man. She's been doing this stuff for, we've only been together for a little while now, and she's been doing this for years. Like, her whole closet, I shit you not, her whole closet is shirts that she made herself.
Nice.
But she was doing it all with vinyl, and they look great. They look like shirts you would buy straight off the rack, but time consuming. I was like, if you want to do this for a job, you can't do it in vinyl, because weeding that shit is ridiculous.
Right.
And
vinyl's for hipsters anyway.
So yeah, she
so's PBR.
Yeah. doesn't stop Edge.
Fucking hipster. I knew it.
Well, I mean, look at all the hair. The hair should have gave it away. Yeah. So she, we talked, and I was like, look, this is what you need to do. You need to get in the digital side. So that's where she's going. She's moving into the digital side, and it's going to be good. We really want to being a musician myself and doing this for so long. We're looking to try to make it very reasonable and fair, for the artist and what we can offer.
Yeah. Definitely looking forward to doing some new Edge Over Edge merch. I'd love to do at least a limited run of some Off the Edge podcast merch.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I
can only imagine.
Lots of hairy ball sacks.
And I can
Group picture,
right? Yeah, because
guess whose ball sacks whose.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Wayne, we might need some of your Photoshop skills on that one.
Yeah,
I think what it needs to be.
Make sure they can be seen, right?
I think the back. It needs.
I ain't going sack to sack, man. I ain't going sack to sack.
I think we need a hoodie, and the back of the hoodie is on the left side. It's our faces. On the right side, it's ball sacks, and you have to draw a line.
Oh, you make it a button-up hoodie so that you button it in order.
Oh, all right.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole new market right there,
man.
Yeah.
What I was trying to get out was that we can expect on some TraumaFest merch this year, can't we?
Yeah, we can for certain.
Yeah.
We've it's already been talked. We're gonna best thing is we're gonna go white shirts. The reason we're gonna go white shirts is because we're gonna have all the bands listed up. Yeah, no. The bands are gonna be listed. We want to make sure that that the fans have an opportunity to really engage and have fun. So we figure nice white shirts, print front, back, TraumaFest up front. On the back of it, we're going to have the bands listed, and, we'll have some Sharpies on hand, and fans can just go ape shit crazy and go get all the autographs they can get from all the bands that they want to get them from.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's
Thinking
cool.
Again, we do this for them. So that's the goal, is to continue to make the experience, top notch for them.
And every band and every festival, everybody has black shirts. White shirts stand out a little bit, man. That's cool. I have a problem with dripping mustard all over my white shirts, or I'd wear white shirts all the time. But I dig it. I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah. It sounds like you definitely have a problem keeping the liquid in your mouth.
I do.
Get a hole in his lip.
Just yeah, no, it'll be
when I have wieners in my mouth, the mustard always drips down and onto my shirt.
Thank God it's not mayo.
I don't like mayo.
Oh. At least it would blend in there for you. It would blend in with the white shirt. You'd be okay. Maybe you should switch to mayo.
I should develop the taste for mayo. You're right.
So the plan this year, what, 10 bands, I think?
10, 11.
Yeah.
10, 11-ish.
Yeah.
We'll kick it off 2:00 like normal.
Yeah. You gotta figure somebody's gonna pull out. You gotta figure you may have a band that you just really, really want to squeeze in, Yeah. There's always something.
Yeah. And I think we've done it almost every year. We ended up having that last minute, band come rolling through. It's like, God, we just got to put them in there,
Last year was a little bit different just because there were so many bands that pulled out due to COVID. But we still had a hell of a lineup with the ones that did come. It was good. It was a good day.
Yeah, and they put on one hell of a show, and we still had. We had a better turnout than the previous year. It just continues to grow year over year, even losing the bands that we did last year. But I don't think we're going to lose bands this year. If anything, we're going to be fighting off other bands from trying to just show up and play.
Yeah,
they're going to be like, "Oh, can we just show up and play?" Because they're itching. Bands are ready to get back out there. So they're not going to pull out.
Right.
Their dad didn't.
Obviously. But the air conditioning helps.
Yeah.
That's one thing when we go bigger, we're gonna have to start thinking about bigger air conditioning. Because air conditioning made a big deal, or big difference.
Oh man.
It did, yeah. Everybody was worried that taking it inside was going to be a little different, but it really did.
In August, air conditioning, man.
beer right there.
Right.
That helps as well.
Yeah.
Alcohol for days. Just go hit up your bar. So that's it's a double win. Anyway, it plays out.
And they serve PBR, so they're clearly a class establishment.
Oh,
And I've said it many times, it's probably cliche at this point, but, we as a band at least sound a lot better when you drink. So, it helps.
I don't know what
are you talking about.
He sounds better.
You're playing.
Just
all right. I'll just speak for myself. I won't drag everyone else into it, but I'll speak for myself. I sound a lot better when people are drinking.
Oh man, I think everybody does. Come away from that show and you're like, man, that was so good. And you watch the video later and you're like, oh, fuck. It happens.
You bought the CD and you're listening to it in the car and you're regretting every last minute of it. I need another piece of alcohol.
Yeah. There are a lot of bands that I didn't like listening to on the radio. I wouldn't have bought their CD, but have really just, I saw them live and that changed everything. It was like, that's a really good band. I may still not, that still may not be my music. I still may not go out and buy it. Papa Roach, for example, I've never been a big Papa Roach fan, but they put on a hell of a live show, and they were really, really good.
They make up for for some of the music that's a little lackluster. I don't know. I'm a Papa Roach fan.
I don't have a problem with them. It's just they're not my thing. But seeing them live, I was like, okay, this is a good band.
Right. Well, I'll say the same thing, with Mushroomhead. I'm not a big Mushroomhead fan. Never was, but the live experience of seeing Mushroomhead just makes it better.
Yeah.
Really.
That was a fun show to video.
Yeah. That was a really good show.
That was a good show.
That was a good night. Even though, that was a really good night. So
the only problem I had with that entire day is I had the keys to the kingdom. I had a bracelet for free beer all day, but I was working, so I was being responsible. How fucking stupid was that?
A band that is pretty fucking stupid.
when you get the delay, it's like crickets.
Yeah, this delay. I have nothing. I don't know half of what you just said.
I don't know what you said.
It's
unimportant.
And then I was like, I heard something about beer. That's all I heard.
It's unimportant. A band that sticks out in my mind that was like that for me. I don't know if any of you remember the band The Apex Theory. They were around for like 5 minutes, but they were like Armenian Americans and kind of had some of that, kind of like System of a Down brings in some of that Middle Eastern kind of rhythms and stuff into their music. The Apex Theory was kind of that too, but maybe a little more on the progressive end of things in a way. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but they sounded all right. I saw them live, and it was like a transcendent experience. It was badass, but it just didn't translate to their recording for whatever reason. Like some bands are just that way. I think they're just better live.
Yeah,
it's strange.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. I agree with you on that one.
Yep.
Which is why it's important to get out to see TraumaFest.
Exactly.
Absolutely. It's a different element. Some of these bands are just starting or, are mid-level, don't have the money to put into production. And, so the stuff you look up online, maybe like, yeah, it's not bad. But, you see it live and it's like he said, a transcendent experience.
Yeah. And you might come away with kind of this bragging right kind of thing, saying like, dude, like these guys blew up. It's like I saw them before that. I saw them before they had national attention. I saw them before they just completely blew up. So and that's cool. And then you can follow these bands' journey. I love that. I love to see how a band starts off and then develops over time, and the way that they take their creativity. I mean, that's one of the most fulfilling things to me. So you get that chance. You get a chance to see people, on their way to being, in the spotlight, I guess.
Right. It gives you a great feeling of, you being part of history. It's
right. Because, if no one's there to support these people, if no one's there to support them, then maybe they don't blow up. Maybe they don't get to that next level. Maybe without people, buying their shirts to get them gas money to go to the next gig, they never, they never get to where they need to be. So,
I like how the background just like blurred out your can. Because it almost looked like that was a censored porno. Cause
oh.
I think the delayed reaction is probably the best part.
Coming.
Well, look, man, we ain't gonna keep. We're not gonna keep you real long. I know you got shit to do. Obviously, you got bands to respond to, and we got some good ones this year. So let's make this shit happen. And just quietly putting it out there. If there's a band that you need to announce, just whenever,
Yeah. Feel free to just let it spill forth from your lips.
Oh, a band today. You guys want to know a band now?
If you could.
If you want to give it up like a girl on prom night, it's totally up to you.
Give it up like a girl on prom night. Ooh, man.
This will be coming out Sunday evening, if that makes any difference to you.
Thor.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. I mean, but we can, we can definitely talk about another band that's announcing. I mean, I was going to hold out till March for these guys, but
well, and you still can. You know,
can.
There's like the 5 people that are going to watch this. They're the only ones that are going to know.
Well, in all reality, like I was actually kind of expecting that I was gonna, be, asked. So I figured it would probably come out, but okay. So what do we want? Do we want a band that's in the area, or do you want a band that's coming from a little farther away?
Hey man, you do what you want to do. You know, you can go the safe route. You know, you can go the safe route. You're amongst friends.
Just between us. Just between us, Wayne.
Okay. God, man, you're twisting my arm here. No, we're actually really excited. We didn't get to see this act last year. We have had them previous years before, and call it what you wish, but I know that rumor is some of them aren't that great unless you drink, and the other ones are just phenomenal if you don't drink. So it mixes out really well. But in all reality, it's a pleasure and really an honor to have these guys come out and play. And every time they do play, they do better and better. And they have the best fucking cover songs in the world that they pull off. I'm really hoping they maybe see something crazy this year that I haven't heard yet, but then again, maybe I might not be able to sing along. So who knows? But it is really an honor. We're going to have Edge Over Edge out again for the first time in 2 years now.
Actually, you showed up late apparently because we played last year.
It's been a couple of years.
No, we played last year.
No, was it?
Yeah.
We skipped the year before that.
So memorable.
Yep.
Yeah, we ran sound the year before.
Yep.
I told you I wasn't here last year.
No, you got there late.
I wasn't there last year. Period. Like my mind was everywhere. Remember?
Oh, I do.
Yeah. But no, we're definitely honored to be part of the lineup. We're looking forward to it. Like Matt said earlier, that's going to be the last stop on the tour this summer, and so hopefully we'll have all of the
live glitches.
Yeah, all the glitches, everything's ironed. Yeah. All the wrinkles will be ironed out, so you'll get the full-fledged experience of all the new shit we've been working on. It'll be good.
It'll be 100% balls on your chin.
Ball on my chin personally?
Yeah, man. If you want it.
Well, I hope you guys are buying me a fucking beer for this shit.
PBR. That's all we do.
PBR, right? I'm gonna need a lot.
It can't be sanitary. It just can't be sanitary.
Just pour it on, slather.
We'll just sanitize it. Okay.
I'm glad I'll be behind the drum set. I think my balls will be safe. So.
We'll find a.
Daryl is quiet and pensive.
What is he thinking?
I see cinema, but all I see is enema.
What are we looking at?
Cinema.
What's going on?
Cinema.
I can't see shit.
Cinema.
I'm getting prodded to say something clever, and I got nothing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
To us all the time. All right. So.
Well, Wayne, we'll let you go, man, but we really appreciate you taking the time out to give us a lowdown on what's going on with both Malus Dextra and TraumaFest and everything involved in that. I hope that what was the clothing line that's coming out soon? What's that again?
S&M. S&M.
He's close. It's K&M Custom Creations is what it is. You can find it over on Facebook. She's getting everything up and running. So
that's badass.
It's going to be good.
And where can people find you and Malus Dextra and TraumaFest on the interwebs?
Oh, on the interwebs, just go and just look it up under your mom's profile.
Oh, yeah.
No. He said internet, not dark web.
Oh,
interweb.
My bad.
I think if everyone just asks their wife's boyfriend, they'll be able to find it.
Yeah, for certain. That's the route. No, you can go to to TraumaSphereEntertainment.com. You can hit us up over on Facebook as far as TraumaFest goes. Just search TraumaFest. It's right there. You can't miss it. Nobody else spells that shit like we do and has it all compacted together like a set of fucking ball sacks. I don't know.
All right. Compacted ball sacks sounds metal as fuck.
Compacted ball sacks like in your old tidy whitey days. You know, back when you were a little baby boy.
What do you mean back in the day?
So
I didn't know they still sold tidy whities. So
they have other underwear?
That's what Daryl has. He signs fans tidy whities with the markers.
Yeah, I guess it works. As far as Malus goes, you can look up Malus Dextra on Spotify.
Kevin,
wherever it's at. Oh, there's my Netflix kicking in. It's like, hey man, you need to fucking play some TV again. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Guys, Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Really, I'm really looking forward to this year.
We are too.
Something about this year. I can just feel it. There's something about this year that is going to make it's going to be pretty amazing.
No to the yeah.
Yep.
Enjoy everything as much as you do. So.
You only got one round.
But I thank you guys, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate being on here. Get everything from last year.
Yeah.
My bad.
Hey, man, it's called TraumaFest, It's fucking trauma involved.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's
Yeah.
Sometimes
this year it's trauma balls.
Well, maybe closer to the time we can get you up and in the studio with us.
Yeah, it'd be very cool to do this in person later on, man.
Yeah, we I'll make plans, and when it gets a little closer, we'll swing in and sit down and have a ball measuring contest or something. We'll make it happen.
All right, man, it's a plan. Wayne, thank you again. Everyone out there, please do check out all of these fine products. TraumaFest, Malus Dextra, K&M, all this shit, man. Please subscribe to this podcast and click the little bell icon if you're on YouTube and get notified of new episodes, and say hi to this fine pupper here.
Special shout out to our co-hosts tonight, Letty and Thor.
The official, non-official, whatever mascots of the podcast. But we appreciate you all. Thank you very much. I always forget about this, but I want to squeeze it in here before we end. So we were talking about merch. Where can people get their hands on some EOE merchandise?
Yeah, if you want to order online, go to edgeoveredge.bandcamp.com/merch, CDs, t-shirts, hats, stocking caps. Keep your ears warm.
Yeah, all that good shit. All right. Cool. Wayne,
soon to be ball catchers too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ball drop.
Banana hammock.
Wait for the future.
Oh, we need banana hammocks. Yes. All right. Wayne, thanks again. Daryl and Thor, thank you for joining us. Love you guys. And we're out of here. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.